One of my all-time favorite looks is a beautiful navy look, and I think navy is a really classic way to kind of update and kind of contrast against a really simple neutral base. So what I've started with here with this bed is the midnight sheets, 1,000 thread count sheets, which are really beautiful. And I'm gonna take the flat sheet right to the top of the bed, and then I'm doing a simple fold back just to give us a nice little detail so we can see this edge. Okay, now because we want this really bold sort of midnight blue look, I'm going to introduce this beautiful Palais collection, which has this really gorgeous contrasting stripe and a really generous border. Because we've got this beautiful edge, we want to kind of keep this detail. So by folding it back once and then back over the other way, we're still going to be able to see it. So as you can see, we've got a really generous space here so we can play with a lot of cushions. Because this is sort of bold on bold and it's kind of very dark and moody, we want to kind of introduce some texture and lots of layering with the cushions. So just to add some sort of interest and another material in here, I'm going to introduce these Abbottson linen Euro cushions, which are really nice, and again, they give us this sort of high point, so we can create this sort of luxury layer upon layer. And then because we really want to layer up this space, I'm gonna add the matching Palais Euro cushions and just sit them in front. And again, you can see that this beautiful kind of contrasting white striped stitched edge is a really nice way to kind of introduce some graphic kind of expression and contrast. From there, we're gonna add in the matching Palais standard pillows. And again, everything's quite symmetrical with this because it is quite bold. We don't wanna go too crazy with sort of different angles on the pillows. We want everything to be quite symmetrical, quite formal, and quite tailored. So to finish off the pillows, what we're gonna do is add just a single Abbottson linen standard pillow. And that's just a really nice way to kind of bring it in and create this sort of triangular formation. And then the last little element we're going to add is this velvet backed silk cushion. Again, in this sort of midnight blue, it's a really bold look, but there's enough texture in there to kind of create some interest and some intrigue. So when I'm thinking about the overall kind of interior scheme, I like to kind of match things between room to room. So because we've got a beautiful Palais collection in the bedroom, a really nice way to kind of tie that in is to use these beautiful Palais towels. So again, this is sort of a marble bathroom, it's marble, grey, it's white. So those kind of tones work really nicely if you're doing a monochromatic palette. And I think it's just really nice to have this little contrasting stripe. You can do white on white, or you can do white on grey, or vice versa. And those little details, they just sort of add a sense of luxury, and it's a really nice way to tie everything in and to create an overall look from hand towels, bath towels to the floor mats. And it's a really nice way to kind of create a beautifully monochromatic, cohesive look. A really nice way to create continuity from room to room is to introduce some similar colour palettes like we've used within the bedroom with this midnight blue. It works particularly well in this interior. So even though we use these Abbottson Euro linen pillows on the bed, it's a really nice way to introduce them into this sort of little reading nook within your interior. So because we have this sort of monochromatic scheme and the hero colour in this scheme is midnight blue, what we're going to do is add a lot of texture and a lot of different materials. So we've used these beautiful velvet backed silk cushions, which are a really nice way to introduce another texture. But again, we've got these beautiful little details here with this contrasting stitch. And then our sort of focal point again is this beautiful midnight blue cushion, but it has this gorgeous graphic botanical print. That's going to really create a focal point, but again, everything works in terms of the overall tone and this monochromatic scheme, which is, using the midnight blue as the hero color.